This is just going to be a quick look through the new Swords and Wizardry Whitebox Rules, put out through Mythmere Games by Matt Finch and Marv Breek. Hope I'm saying Marv's name correctly. This is the updated version of this book, which some of you may be more familiar with. So I just want to do a kind of a brief comparison, see what you're getting. This older version I got through Lulu. This one I got through DriveThru. They're both perfect bound paperback. This one's about 122 pages, 6 by 9. This one's 8.5 by 5.5, and I think it's like 140 some pages. So it's a little longer, but it's a smaller size. Cover art. The new one has black and white cover art. Very nice. The old one has maybe one of my favorite OSR pieces of art from Peter Mullen. So sad to see this one go, but this is nice too. So what do we have in here? Starts with a character sheet up at the top in the front. Some of the art, the old art is back, but there's a lot of new art. The content in terms of the game and the rules are much the same. A lot of new art. The layout is different. The main difference that I see comes in the running the game section here, which is kind of a Dungeon Master's kind of guide and advice. And it gives a lot more guidelines for running Dungeons and Ventures, both in terms of hidden treasure tables here, where treasure is hidden. Then there are some new trap tables here or types of traps. Nice illustration of traps here. These 2 pages, though, are the main thing I kind of wanted to focus on. The earlier version, this version, did not have any of what I would call the doors rules. So opening doors, listening at doors, secret doors. Those that X and 6 chance. Those were in the book 3 of the Little Brown Books. But the earlier Whitebox game did not have them in there. Same thing with the X and 6 chance of triggering a trap or dwarves. Some of that stuff was in the earlier version. This stuff was not. It's a lot more clear. I like that it's put in the referee section versus, say, the player's rules. So if you didn't want to use this, that's okay. There's a lot more extensive tables for random encounters in the dungeons, which is nice. And then the monster section, as near as I can tell, it's the very same in terms of the creatures that are featured here. Again, some new artwork. Not everything has artwork, but what's there is nice. A little section for kind of building your own. And then here, this was formatted the same as the last book, and I think it's kind of an odd place to put it. The Wilderness Adventure tables and the chance for getting lost and encountering things in the wilderness show up after the monster section rather than, say, where the dungeon random encounter stuff was. But they're here. Also new is the Castles and Settlement rules, where in the old version of the game, if you entered a hex with a castle, there are certain rules for, what kind of leader that it was and, what kind of troops they had and that kind of thing. So they're included here. This is, again, a new thing that was not in the old white box. The treasure tables here appear to me to be the same. I haven't A-B'd everything extremely closely, but they're very close. So that's that. This one is a little bit more expensive than this one. Some of you may be familiar with Charlie Mason's fantastic medieval adventure game, white box game, which, here's one version of the game. This is very cheap, so this is kind of a cheap version. It does have the doors rules in here, kind of baked into things like this. So it's nice to see it show up in the official Swords and Wizardry rules. I don't think this has any castle rules, so that's something different. Yeah, just a quick look. at this set of rules for those of you who like white box kind of style games.